Hi guys, Lacey Filipich here for day 13 of the 30 Days 30 Tips Challenge. And my tip for you today is how to predict the future. Now, every day you'll be reading headlines and people will be predicting different things in the economy. They might be predicting recessions, depressions, growth, buy this share, sell that one. Property is going to blow up in a bubble, it's going to keep going up. So much stuff that can be confusing. Now, one of the most important things to understand whenever you're investing is what's going on in the economy. And one of the best indicators of that is the inflation rate. So whether we're growing or not. Now, when inflation is high, it means there's growth. When inflation is low, it means we're at risk of a recession. And the Reserve Bank of Australia targets between 2 and 3% for inflation. We've had it on the low side recently. So there's a risk that we could go into recession. Now, the way that the RBA actually manages that, or has an influence on it, I guess you would say, more so than manage, is to change the interest rates. So when you hear interest rates are dropping, that's a sign that the economy is not doing very well because they're trying to encourage people to borrow so that the economy speeds up and we get more inflation. When interest rates are going up and they're high, that means the economy is doing well. Now, how can you predict the future with this? Well, here's my hack for you. Go to the bank and ask them what the interest rates are on term deposits in the next 6 months and then 3 years out. You can also do the same with home loan rates. They'll be different numbers, but the distance is the important thing. Now, if the rate at 6 months is higher than the rate at 3 years, the bank thinks that the rate is going to go down. If the rate at 3 years is higher than the 6 months, they think the rate's going to go up. Now, I operate on the premise that I don't particularly like banks, but they're necessary evil for us and we can use them to our advantage. They probably have a lot more information than we do with their billions. They probably know what's going on. So if the bank thinks the interest rate is going down, I think the economy is not looking great. For the next 3 years, it's not likely to speed up. If they think that the rate is going to go up, then hey, they probably think it's a positive outlook. That's great. Now, we are in an interesting period of time right now. Australia has some of the highest interest rates in the world, which is kind of incredible when you consider they're at record lows for us. But for example, in America, they had 0 interest rates for years, 8 years or something like that. There are countries now where you actually have to lose money. You have to pay people to take your money so that it will stay. You can have a negative interest rate. There comes a point when interest rates don't work anymore. You can't influence the inflation rate for it. And it's a good question about whether we're close to that or not. I mean, the RBA has still got a way to go. I think we're at 1.5 at the moment for the cash rate, so they can go lower. But we would prefer they didn't. Though there will be some great buying opportunities. Anyway, so there you go. That's my tip for you. You can predict the future. Go and find out from your bank what the 6-month and the 3-year interest rates are and see which one's higher. And that'll give you a good tip as to which way they think the economy is going to go and what's likely to happen. All right, if you enjoyed that topic, then you might like to read some more financial indicators. These ones are from the Intergenerational Report. The blog is Australia's Financial Future and what it means for you. You'll see the link below. I talk about ageing population, which means that we're going to have fewer taxpayers, things like healthcare and rising and how our debt's going. And those are all really important as well about Australia's economy. So if you enjoy that, check out the blog and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.